BrainTrainUK is a neuroscience and neurofeedback business. I won't go into the details of what neurofeedback is. It involves ultra low frequencies connecting different parts of the brain in order to speed up communication inside the brain. The technology that does this is brand new. It obviously works in the area of applied psychology, and from the point of view of organizations, medical organizations operating in this field, in my country, that's the British Psychological Society. They don't recognize this technology as being valid psychology treatment, clinical psychology treatment yet, because it's not yet evidence-based. And everything in medicine these days has to be evidence-based. So we're going to use this application of the AI and machine learning with BrainTrain to help the organization develop the evidence base it needs to exploit its entrepreneurial ideas and grow very rapidly. So we've divided our deployment process up into 3 stages that are just about to kick off in 2021. The first is the conventional thing that you would expect to do with the CRM system. We're going to focus on client onboarding and then managing long-term relationship with those clients and looking for referrals from those clients to others so that the business can grow virally through referrals and networking in the way that you might expect a service of this type to grow. But the second is the area that's really interesting. The neurofeedback process connects various points in the brain in the way that these little diagrams are illustrating, and the connections that are relevant to an individual client are entirely derived through a set of best practice algorithms against the symptoms which are displayed by the client. So the symptoms we're addressing are things like sleeplessness, anxiety, inability to concentrate, depression, anger, all the things that you might go to a clinical psychologist for. And but in this case, you're going to try the neurofeedback approach. Now, it requires a lot of skill to determine which are the right neurofeedback connections to apply to this client based on the symptoms, because there are over 200 different symptoms that might be tracked by a client with varying degrees of severity of many of those conditions. And so we've used AI and low-code technology to automate the algorithms and deliver the neurofeedback plan for this client as an automatic process that's triggered entirely by the client entering their own symptoms into a portal. Now, the development of this matching and planning has taken literally a few days because it's all put together using low-code technology. Step 3 is to move into the arena of big data. Once thousands and ultimately tens of thousands of clients have passed through this process, the machine learning aspects of artificial intelligence will help this organization refine the way that it defines its algorithms and the way that it improves continually the neurofeedback treatment plans that it puts together for clients exhibiting not before seen areas of combinations of symptoms. And if I represent this this process in terms of where the technology fits, we have a fairly straightforward schematic here, where the client portal on the left-hand side becomes the feed into conventional CRM functionality and schedules for treatments. But the client portal also becomes the place for neurofeedback planning based on the symptom tracking that's been entered by the client themselves. So the feedback loop that's going on here through a knowledge base, applying machine learning and AI, means that this enterprise database, which now supports the analysis of best practice from the practitioner's point of view, and can provide them with dashboard views on trends and what's working best, that whole process can be used to inform lower skilled technicians who can deliver the neurofeedback programs, knowing that even though they're not fully qualified practitioners, they are doing exactly the right thing for the client based on the machine learning that's being delivered to them in the form of a treatment plan. So Stuart Black, the founder of BrainTrain, had done a great job in doing the Einstein thing of walking alone and finding new ways to define how neurofeedback technology could actually benefit patients. But he was genuinely perplexed by how he could get technology to help. And he, like all entrepreneurs that start up, he had limited budget. And if you look at some of the AI projects that have happened in the medical world, for example, oncology in the United States of America is fully automated in a big IBM AI system, and it costs millions and millions of dollars to set up over many, many years. And so Stuart was perplexed as to how he could take advantage of very modern technology. The truth is that in order to create the client onboarding, the symptom capture, the symptom matching, and the neurofeedback output, the treatment plans, all of that happened with low-code development. The only piece of coding that was done in the whole of this this configuration was a little bit of code to use the API to set up financial and payment transactions with their financial accounting system. So we had to do a little bit of code just to make sure that payments were coming through into and being recorded properly inside the Creatio CRM system. But all the hard work of providing Stuart and his people with this differentiation engine, all of it was done with low-code development in literally a handful of days.